It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. To throw again on second down. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Peyton Turner there on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off inside the 10. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, The obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? Touchdown, Houston. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Throwing is Hurts. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Hutchins. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet.
Touchdown, Texans. Elijah Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Eagles, nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Peyton Turner, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw here to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
To throw on second down, Hutchins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
McPherson on for the point after. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Hey, 4 down. Watch one. Max 22, Max 22. Switch up.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his throw is incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. As you see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here, it's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Get it!
A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Pulled in at the 24. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Back to throw. Hutchins. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
First down, Texans.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Let's go, Mike. 50. Mike.
Off the play fake. Hutchins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 30. 10. 5. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mike 22 is coming. 25.
Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing on first down. Hutchins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Hutchins, he's going to look deep for more. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Texans. Elijah Moore with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Sanders. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hutchins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Texans continue to pour it on.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Peyton Turner, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
We got this.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Mike.
Back to throw. Hutchins.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Hutchins. Completes it to Powell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Hutchins. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hutchins. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. There you go.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well,
touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Texans add on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so,
That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Peyton Turner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Trey Sermon, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr lighting it up. 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Derrick Henry, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And their quarterback's got to be icing his arm in that locker room as we speak. He is on pace to shatter some long-standing records if this pace keeps up. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On third down, it's Mitchell. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Hutchins. Open is Powell. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On second down, it's Mitchell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Hutchins trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards to pick up there. They go play action with Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far.
They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, good move. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. From the gun on 3rd down. Hutchins over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Operating from the gun. Hutchins. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, Hutchins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Hutchins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Elijah Moore there to make the grab. And the Texans add on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Peyton Turner getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Houston set to take over.
And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
On 1st and 10, Hutchins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Powell on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
Throwing on 1st down. Hutchins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Powell. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 11.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Hutchins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Mitchell. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Peyton Turner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense taking over again. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Come on now, let's go.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. On 1st down, it's Mitchell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Elijah Moore.
45 yards.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go. Mike 22, Mike 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sets up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they will bottom out as the loss gives them a finishing mark of just 2-15. And you have to figure that this is a team that will look a whole lot different come training camp next July.